That is not what you want to see when you live full-time in your rig. Boondocking, you're a lot further away from everyone.
Yeah,
Just want to
sure.
throw that out there
Yeah.
for those of you on the boondock.
Speaking of which, you should see a video about boondocking.
If you like Harry Potter, I hear this might be a really cool thing. What are we doing?
Beautiful, but it's scary.
Yeah.
It may start out scary, but it turns out to be the best thing you ever did. It's like you went to the haunted house and you turned out you bought the haunted house.
You're not turning back.
We got water. Wanna guess where we are?
Take a guess. We're not going to tell you.
Okay, we'll tell you. We're somewhere southeast-ish Colorado.
Yeah.
It is gorgeous here.
Yes, it is.
We are staying at our friends, Mad Nomads.
Yes.
Great family.
Oh, yeah. We love them.
So they have a piece of land that they camp on, and they've built an RV campground with all kinds of activities and ATV trails, and man, it's a blast.
Great to see how they've kind of set up things, their own little pad, and then they travel to and from this as their home base. But they allow friends, other RV friends, to come and hang out. And I think it's a great concept.
Oh, it's a fantastic concept. This is so cool. I mean, just think about that. You're full-time and you have a big plot of land that you treat as a campground and an entertainment zone.
Right.
And you just kind of come and go and stay there for a few weeks and then go see something cool and then come back for a few weeks, have some friends over. It's pretty awesome. Oh, that's good. We'll leave them up there. Well, hello, Robert. Oh, you have fun toys.
Oh yeah, we got a few fun toys.
Nice.
Hey,
Good to meet you, sir.
nice to meet you. Hi.
You took 520.
We took 520.
How was that road?
Well, that's what we're accustomed to driving on.
I figured you guys boondock a lot.
That's all we do
You
now,
Make
so.
that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll have you pull in. And Jace will shut the gate, and I'll take you up and show you, and
Find a
decide
spot.
where you want to park her.
Sounds good. I'm gonna pull up some. So often do we try to dismount this tongue from the hitch ball and it just pulls the truck up and pulls the truck up and it goes bam and the whole thing drops and it feels like the whole thing's gonna fall off its wood. I've learned a little trick. So what we're gonna do is I've got everything ready, I haven't dismounted it yet, and I'm gonna put the truck in neutral, release the brakes, let everything release its tension, put the brakes back on, and then lift this off and see what happens. Now that little bit, and it moved just a tiny bit, that should have relieved the tension. So let's see if this ball comes right off. Not too bad. A lot better than it normally is. So it popped a little bit, but the whole rig didn't shift. Nothing on these blocks slid. Good sign. I think that's the way to do this from now on.
Natural. You're doing great.
Hey, Hooch.
See how that works? Okay. Try that one more time. Stop. Good.
It was so nice to hang out and get to know our hosts, who quickly became friends.
So we're driving down Route 160, Colorado, and we hit Wolf Pass. Now, I had no idea what Wolf Pass was like, but it's 10,000 and change, so it was a serious climb. I was not prepared for that. We struggled to the top. I shouldn't say struggle, because the engine did fine, but the truck got really hot, so I turned air conditioning off. We get to the top, I let the engine cool, I put the hood up, and my check engine light comes on. I wanted everyone to be aware of what I think was my driving habit and style that got us to that point. we checked the code on it, and it said low oil pressure, and then the check engine light went off. We did another 300-mile drive to go down into New Mexico to explore that area, and on the way back, check engine light comes back on. So I'm like, okay, this is a little bit more of an issue, because I mean, really, what do you do if you're out in the middle of nowhere and you're towing and your tow vehicle dies? Yeah, you'll survive, but it's a pain. It's something you don't want to deal with. So I take it up an hour away to a Ford dealership. I just walk in there and say, look, I'm on the road, I live on the road, I've got a check engine light. I did Wolf Pass, came on the top, and he checks it, and he says, okay, I think what's happening was there was not enough oxygen getting to the engine itself. He said, how were you driving? Were you mashing the accelerator to downshift to get up the hill, or were you shifting manually? And I said, I was using the accelerator. And I thought you had to be in manual to shift up and down. I didn't realize you could do it in total automatic. So I think it was my driving habit. And he said, engine's fine, erase the code, and so the next time you go over these passes, that you need to use your manual stick to downshift on the way up and control it that way, and then of course use your engine brake on the way down, which we do. So I'm going to test that the next time we go over a pass and see what kind of difference it makes. But if your check engine light comes on under those circumstances, that might be the cause. Hope that helps. Why did you do this? Because so many of you out there are thinking the same thing. You want to do this. We wanted to do this. Well, they've been doing it since what, 2019?
Yes. It all started with our land that we're on right now. And we wanted to get away from the city a little bit, try and kind of decompress and unstress.
The biggest reason is probably health issues.
Yeah.
And a couple of years later, we got a little itch with the itch to go full time.
Here we are at Bishop's Castle. We're about to go up that little hill up there. And if you like Harry Potter, I hear this might be a really cool thing. So let's go check it out. What do you think?
Cool.
Yeah, this might be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harry Potter-ish.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think so. Wow. Look. Just enter at your own risk.
Oh, well, they are.
It gets a little tight up in there.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh, good.
Okay. My goodness. I think I better. Wow, where are we?
Mr. Bishop, at age 25, single-handedly began building this 160-foot tall castle, which is still in the making. A true testament of will and determination.
I feel like it's gonna fall.
Oh my goodness. That's so neat. Look at that.
That is so cool.
Oh my goodness, look how shaky that is. Okay, I'm getting nervous. I'm in this like smaller tower right next to what you just saw, and it can go up and up to that toppy thing. And I guess it's alright, but do you see these stairs? You see these stairs, right? And there's like no sides to hold on to except for this thing. So I'm gonna head back down and continue to hold on. 1 point, 2 points of holding on as best as I can. Wish me luck. See you when I get down.
It's beautiful, but it's scary.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a little scary. I kind of chickened out.
Yeah, I'm not above saying that I'm a little fearful here.
Especially with those holes. What the heck?
In Harry Potter, they made it way better.
Yeah, you think so? A little more secure.
It's way more.
Yeah, but I mean, such an amazing feat to build all this on his own, Mr. Bishop. So I applaud him, but we're a little too nervous about it.
Find something. What were your whys?
Loved the business, but I was tied to it. I wanted to spend more time with the family. I wanted to travel, and I wanted to see what I had seen as a youth when my parents sent me all over the country and all over the world. I wanted to show that to the boys, and I knew that I'd never be able to do that if I was stuck at Paradigm. And not being, I don't like to say that being stuck there, because I did like it there. And most people are not blessed enough to have a business or a job they love. And I loved what I did, but I still wanted to get out there.
I think that's an important key, because I also did something that I loved to do.
You know, we had our dream house and we made it. We had a successful business, and that's what you're supposed to do. And we had it, but yet we still felt
I wasn't challenged anymore.
Yeah.
I was
like
kind of
something's
bored.
missing, and yes, he wasn't home very much. So when the pandemic hit, we were home all the time, and you're like, wow, I'm really missing a lot.
I didn't realize how much I was missing.
Yeah, so it kind of opened his eyes, opened our eyes. Well, we've always wanted to, you know, travel in an RV and see the country and show the boys thing, you know, more than just our bubble.
Oh, the
And-
bubble's just too small, because there's
Right.
so much good and there's so much beauty out here.
We wanted more out of life, and we definitely wanted to downsize. And, so you don't necessarily need to buy an RV and travel and do that to live a little more simply, but something we had wanted to do. And
Yeah.
we already homeschooled the boys, so that was easy.
I think this is another point. I feel like I was raised, I don't know if I was raised by my parents to think the American dream, but I was raised by society to think the American dream was to buy the big house and have the good income and, you know, take the 4 weeks of vacation. I think the American dream, if any of you have realized it, is to be completely debt-free and have some money in the bank and be in that position where something comes up, you pay for it. You want to do something, you go. You're not tied to that debt.
Your stuff doesn't own you.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, did you guys realize how little your stuff was worth when you tried to sell it?
Oh my
You mean
All
like
of
giving
these
it away?
things- You want all these things you thought
Here
were
we go.
treasures.
Just take it, take it.
Yes.
Really, everybody out there who thinks their stuff is very valuable,
If you ever want to get
it's
humble,
not.
try to sell all your stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Go full time.
All the things you thought were fabulous.
Your
And then
mindset
you-
will change quickly.
Yeah,
And that is
exactly.
part of the
That's part of
That's
the
growth.
mindset that
Yes.
you're turning, you're learning, and we've learned, come a long ways.
Agreed.
You know, and I hope there's a lot more that we have.
Oh,
to
I'm
learn.
sure there will be.
Felt nice to use our fitness knowledge to give back to the Mad Nomads.
We are just about out of water, so they have some water to help fill us back up again, and they're using this water container, huge water container, out of their truck and a pump to get it in our rig. That's the first time we've done that. Let's go check it out.
We got water.
Oh,
That was so nice of Rob to look at this, to bring up, and that was full. So that's about 80 gallons of water that we pulled. No, because we had 20 left.
We had a little left.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Grab your cup.
Seriously, we don't
We
wanna
can't waste this.
that. No. Start with this.
Rob has that tank.
Okay.
He goes and he buys the water,
Right.
brings it back, pumps it into their tank. It's as simple as that.
With this pump. What is this?
Just your basic water pump.
Huh. That's great. And then we used our generator
Can you?
to power it.
I always say, you know, our age group is the hardest to make friends because you're so busy with life and everything else. And I would say since we started on this, we've made more long-term friends than I probably had since I was little.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I have to
Mhm.
agree.
And
Agreed.
true
Yeah.
friends that you know would be there if
Right.
things got rough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Something broke or you were somewhere.
Now
people
what do
would
we
be
get
there.
to say? See you in another state.
Yeah, see you in
See you in another state.
See you later.
It's
Yeah.
funny
Yeah.
because when we started, a lot of people were like, well, what about your friends? You can leave all your friends. You guys are going to be lonely on the road. Lonely on the road.
Lonely.
Yeah,
Yes, we did hear
Yes.
that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes, we did.
Your kids are going to be so weird. They're not going to have any social interaction.
Right.
Oh, far from it.
I don't know
Exactly.
about your boys, but our boy,
Yeah.
he blossomed socially. Like, he used to get really worried about, you know, interactions with kids, and now
Right.
he just goes up and meets anybody, and he's good.
We can attribute to that.
Yeah.
He's a cool kid.
Oh,
He's a
thank you.
very great kid. Kids on the road, they learn how to make friends quickly because, you know,
I think
Yeah.
you're just
I think that's a
constantly
skill set.
going. Yeah.
You're constantly going, and you keep meeting new people, and that's a skill set that, as far as, okay, from a business perspective, isn't it more important to learn how to socialize with every age group than it is your only age group?
Right.
Absolutely.
Nice job.
That was fun. I think I had a grin on my face the whole time. I hope this helps everyone out there that's watching, because, you know, this is a glimpse into some very, very cool reality.
Today's our last day here at the Mad Nomads Ranch in southern Colorado.
Sadly.
And yeah, it's kind of a sad day because we've met some really great people. You know, the kind of people that you just kind of click with and you can kind of just be yourselves with, and they're like-minded in this RV life, this journey. So it's been really great here, but today we're wrapping up. The boys are getting in one last ATV ride while Glenn and I pack it up here. And from here we're gonna be heading east through Kansas first.
Ride a tornado.
We've never been. And then back to Delaware so that we can regroup, visit with some friends and family, and then do some East Coast travel before heading back out west again when the weather gets a little cooler. So we're just gonna wrap it up right here and we'll be on the road. Hi, Hoot. Hey, Rob. Hey there.
Is all packed up?
Packed up, pulled out on the straightaway, and ready to roll.
I know.
Sad.
I am.
Sad day. I want to thank you. I wrote a little note. It's on the back of a Grand Canyon
Oh, I
postcard,
love
but
it.
there's our note to you guys.
Thank
Thanking
you.
guys.
Your friendship is cool.
Yes,
Hopefully
it
you keep
is.
it on the itinerary, you said?
Oh,
I
we
hope
It's a
will.
guarantee.
Always.
Swing back
We
by.
will. We
Yep.
will.
All right, you ready for a road trip?
Yes.
Yay!
Yes.
Bye, Rob.
Rose.
See ya.
See ya. Thanks
Yep.
for everything.
Thank you for everything.
I was.
Aw.
Travels, you
Bye.
guys.
We wish you well.
Bye.
Go down and get the gate.
Bye. Bye. Thank you, sir.
See you in another state.
Can I pick my nose now?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes.
Colorado. Great. I tell you.